Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Star Wars Attack of the Clones JANGO FETT. So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts JANGO FETT, which is a figure I'm extremely excited for because JANGO FETT is one of my favorite characters from the prequels, and he's my favorite bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe, and it looks like Tamashii Nations did an incredible job with this piece. So without further ado, let's get into the review and start off with the packaging for JANGO. So we do get the basic style box for the SH Figuarts Star Wars line. We do get the window there, and on the window it says Star Wars SH Figuarts in gold, and it says JANGO FETT, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. The bottom of it is the blah 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 stuff that nobody cares about, and then there's the top of the box right there, and then there's the one side of it there, and then here's the other side of the box, and then the back of the packaging shows a bunch of different poses you can get the figure into along with some of his accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at this badass bounty hunter. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look at JANGO, and Tamashii Nations really did an excellent job with this figure. The helmet just looks dope. Very nice, clean paintwork all throughout it. And I really like the way the silver looks too. And they did put they sculpted like these lines going around the top of the helmet. There's two of them, then there's two dots. And I like that they put like a black wash through it. It gives it a nice touch there. And then like I said, with both blues, the black and the silver, nice clean paintwork all throughout the helmet, and it just looks dope. And then we get the target mechanism thing here. And it does seem a little fragile. You can articulate it, as you can see there. Just be careful, because I feel like it's a little fragile and could snap off easily if too much pressure is applied. But great work on the helmet there. Do a little bit of sculpt work back there. Nice clean paint where that blue is. And then you do see a little bit of skin tone on the neck there, but where the undershirt meets the skin tone, nice clean paintwork. We do get his armor here on the torso. They did a very nice job with it. Nice clean paintwork, and the sculpt of it looks great also. And it looks like they put like a brown wash here and there on the silver parts on the armor, as you can see right there on the sides, and then over there as well. I mean, it gave it a nice little touch to make it look like it's armor he's been using for a while. And then we do get these shoulder pads on the arms, which are connected to the shoulders, and they're on hinges as well. But I do like the sculpted wrinkles on the sides of the torso also, so nice work on that. Then we do get his jetpack back here, and that thing looks awesome. I love all the different blues, and then we get the silver as well. Paint's pretty clean for the most part. I do have a little bit of sloppy paintwork right here, like a little bit of the blue is bleeding onto the silver, and a little bit of silver is bleeding onto the blue. But very nice sculpt work on the jetpack, and you can remove it as well. Now for the arms, nice sculpted wrinkles on the sleeves there on both sides. And then we do get these cables or wires or tubes, whatever you would like to call them. Sometimes they can detach from the gauntlets, but you just got to pop it right back into the hole, simple as that. And then we do get the badass gauntlets, which are very cool looking. We get the little rocket right there. Very cool looking gauntlets. And we get this side as well. And there is an accessory, I think, that you put right here. We'll get to that when we get to the accessories next. But the gauntlets do look badass. And then we do get the belt here, which is a separate piece. Nice sculpt work on it. And then we do get the holsters for his blasters. Very cool looking. And they did just sculpt on the straps to his thighs right there, as you can see from up over there. Then it continues around to the back as well. And I do like these sculpted wrinkles on the pants. It gives a figure more of a realistic type look. Just sculpted wrinkles all throughout the pants, so that looks dope. And then we do get the knee guards here. I love that tiny little detail. It looks like 2 screws or something. Very cool looking on each side as well. Very nice sculpt work on the shin guards there. And then you do see the seams of his pants as well. I didn't notice that before. I wish they would have painted like the buckle piece though. And then we do get his boots or shoes here. Nice sculpt and paintwork on them. And then we do get treads on the bottom. And I like that they added that on there. Cool little touch with that. But overall, I think Tamashii Nations did an outstanding job with the detail on this JANGO FETT. They really did an awesome job with it, and I'm very satisfied with it. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a bunch of cool things included with JANGO. We of course get his jetpack, which comes on the figure out of the packaging. And the reason why I want to show this real quick is because this bottom piece here can be removed, and there is a peg insert, so you can insert it to like a flight stand or something like that. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea by Tamashii Nations. And as you see, it does peg right into the back of the figure, but it already comes on the figure out of the packaging, as I just said before. So we do get that, and then we also get his blaster gun. So we get these ones here. And they did a very nice job with these. Nice paint and nice sculpt work on them. Let's focus the camera so we can get a better look at them. But very cool looking. A little bit of black paint on the ends of it right there, as you can see. He grips onto them perfectly fine with both pairs of gripping hands that he is included with. So we do get those. And then we get these blaster guns, which are chopped off at the end. But these are meant to go into his holsters, which are on his thighs, and they fit in there perfectly fine. So you got one there, and then you got the other one here, and there you go. It's as simple as that to put them in the holsters, and they look really cool once you have them in there. So we get that, and then we also get 2 grappling hooks and an interchangeable bladed right gauntlet piece. So we do get these grappling hooks right here. We have this one. Let's focus the camera. Very tiny piece. Be careful not to lose it. But very nice sculpt work, and I love that metallic silver that they use. But this is the grappling hook where he's, before he fires it out. And then we get this one here where he fires out the grappling hook. And the black piece here is all bendy wire, so very smart idea by Tamashii Nations. And the way you put these in is the right gauntlet has a peg insert right there under his fist. And you just insert it like so. Whoops. Come on, you bastard, get in there. There we go. And then there you go, it looks like he's shooting out the grappling hook, just like in Attack of the Clones. And then you can put this one in, where it looks like he's ready to shoot out the grappling hook. So you could have either one set up, it doesn't matter. So we get those, and then we do get this interchangeable gauntlet piece, and the way you do it, this is the bladed one. As you remember, this is what kept him from falling off when he was fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi. But it's the same thing. You just unpeg this, take out those 2 wires, cables, or tubes, whatever you want to call them. Peg this one in, make sure you put it in correctly. Then you put the tubes in, and then you can put in the grappling hook. Either the one that's firing or the one that's not firing. So it's pretty simple to do it. You just got to hook up the tubes and peg it in. So we do get that. And then we also get 8 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course. And let's focus the camera here so we can get a better look at them. But very nice sculpt work on these. And all the interchangeable hands are very simple to switch out. So we do get a pair of fists here. And then we also get a pair of open hands. Very nice sculpt work on these. Pretty cool looking. So we do get a pair of those. And then we also get a pair of trigger finger hands where his fingers are resting on the triggers. And he does grip onto the blasters perfectly fine with these. So we do get a pair of those. And then we also get a pair of trigger finger hands where he's squeezing on the triggers. So very cool, you have those 2 different options for him gripping onto the blasters. But anyway, those are all the accessories included with JANGO FETT. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. Now for the height of JANGO FETT, he stands a little bit under 6 inches tall. And then here he is compared to the man who killed him, the SH Figuarts Mace Windu, and his son, the Revoltech Boba Fett. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, the Mafex R2-D2, and the Mafex C-3PO. And then here he is compared to another silver-armored character from Star Wars, the SH Figuarts Captain Phasma, and the SH Figuarts Baton and Shield First Order Stormtrooper. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review! So now for the articulation, we do get 2 points at the neck, 1 at the upper neck and 1 at the lower neck, and of course you will get some hindered movement because he does have a helmet on, so the upper neck joint can go up about that much and then down about that much. And we do get some pretty good pivot up there, but it gets hindered by the helmet, of course, and then it also swivels. The lower neck joint, really good forward and back movement, a little bit of pivot, and it swivels as well. So we get some decent movement with both those neck joints, especially for him wearing a helmet. Now the target mechanism thing up here is on a hinge, so you can articulate it down and then back up, so that's pretty cool. We do get a point of articulation at the lower torso and at the waist, and you can shift it up, but this is one of the issues I have with this figure. Both those joints are a little bit too loose, so that is a bit disappointing. Even when you shift the joint back down, the lower torso joint is still loose, so that's a bit irritating. But the movement we get out of them, the lower torso joint, forward and back just a little bit. Pretty good pivot up there though, and it does swivel a little bit. The waist joint, really much better forward and back movement. Very nice pivot up there, and it swivels as well, so we get some alright movement at the lower torso and waist joint. Now the jetpack, these bottom pieces right here are on ball joints, so you can actually move them around a little bit, so I thought that was pretty cool. The shoulder pads on the arms are on hinges, so you can hinge them up and down. Now for the arms here, we do have a very nice armpit joint, so you can get a great circular motion out of the arm there. And the arms go out to the sides, a little less than 90 degrees, then they do go up and down. We do get the bicep swivel there, double jointed elbows that bend in pretty much all the way. Now for the wrists, they do swivel, and they're also on hinges, so pretty good movement throughout the entire arm. Now for the legs here, we do get these shifting Tamashii leg joints, so you can shift them down and get more movement out of the leg here. And Jango can kick forward a little more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. Kicks to the back just a little bit, and then kicks out to the side about 90 degrees, and then we do get swivel up there as well. We have double jointed knees here that bend back a little more than 90 degrees, so that is good. And the ankles, they do swivel, they hinge up just a little bit and then down a little bit better. They do get hindered though a little bit because of how the foot is sculpted. Then we do get the pivot, which is alright, and then we do get some toe articulation. So overall, I think we get some pretty good articulation with this Jango Fett. Some spots are hindered, and then we do have the loose joint at the torso and the waist. But overall, we get some nice articulation with Jango Fett. But overall, I highly recommend this figure, especially if you're a big Star Wars fan, you love the SH Figuarts line, or if Jango Fett is one of your favorite characters. This is definitely a must-have for your collection. Tamashii Nations did a great job with this piece, and I think this is the best 6-inch scale Jango Fett without a doubt, so I do highly recommend this 100%. The only issues or complaints I have is the waist joint and the lower torso joint. I think they're a little too loose, and if Tamashii Nations tighten them up just a tiny bit, the joint would be much better. Another minor issue I have is the shoulder joints connected into the arms. When you articulate them up, if you go a little too far, they pop off a little too easily, so that gets a bit irritating. And I know at the elbow joints, there's a big gap between the sculpt, but personally that doesn't bother me, but that might bother some other people. And last, I feel like we don't get the best articulation with the up and down movement for the ankle, but other than that, I feel like we do get great articulation throughout this entire Jango Fett figure. We do get some really cool accessories included with this piece. I don't know what else more they could have included with a Jango Fett figure besides maybe an unmasked interchangeable head, but we do get some awesome stuff with this figure. And then finally, the detail. Once again, Tamashii Nations knocked it out of the park. They did a great job with the paint and sculpt, and I'm very satisfied and happy now owning a near perfect badass Jango Fett figure in my collection. And if you would like to get this Jango Fett for your collection, he does retail for about $50-$55 depending on where you purchase it. I got mine from agelessgeeks.com, so if you would like to get yours, head over to that website today, or you could join the Ageless Geeks Facebook group. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Attack of the Clones Jango Fett. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and favorite the video too. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. We do get the window right there. It says Jango Fett to my brother. Then the arms go out to the sides about. Whoops, I ripped his arm off. And then the arms articulate out to the side. Whoops, I ripped his arm off. The target mechanism thing here is on a Pinge, 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 pinge. 2 grappling hooks, and we do get a interchangeable gauntlet. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, and whoops, I ripped his hand off. And his son, the S8, oh, whoops, that's Rebeltech. And of course, we will get some hindered movement because he does have a Schmelmet Schmon.